I only speak the truth. What are things you don't like about yourself? What do you think are your most obvious character defects?
Like probably I tend to be pretty selfish because I was raised mostly as an only child because my half sister was out of the house. So yeah, and like being very needy and possessive over friends and people I'm dating and.
So those are you still have those character defects?
Yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of my friends say I've come a long way, but I definitely still feel them.
Because you've had squabbles with other comedians.
Have I?
Not squabbles, but with I don't know if I.
Can you pass me the water, please?
Which one? This one? Okay. Well, there just been like you've been friends with a comedian, and then there's been a fight, and then.
I wouldn't say that we were friends and there was a fight. I would say that there are people that I don't get along with and try to avoid. And like for a while you think like, oh, because I do the same thing as this person, we have to all be friends and hang out, and then you mature and realize like, actually I don't like this person's behavior, so I'm just gonna not hang out with them.
That's what it is.
Maybe that.
Yeah. You're right.
Which I think is totally fine, and I don't think that means that I'm bad or that person's bad or any of those people are bad. I just think it's like, oh well, I don't know. I like people who are a little more humble and little like less self-obsessed. Even though I tend to be selfish, I don't think I'm self-obsessed.
Self-obsessed, yeah. I mean, I know that, I could just name right now who doesn't like me. Right? Who? Vince Vaughn.
Oh, yeah, we talked about
I know that. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Christopher Titus. I didn't do anything to the guy.
He just hates. He thinks
he just doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of empowering to just be able to say that? It almost makes them look stupid because it's like, why the fuck don't you like that? Like, I don't know.
What? It's fine. You don't have to like me. You know
right.
what I mean? I don't know anything about.
I think that's a character defect. To be kind of a people pleaser and to always want to be liked.
Yeah.
That is just the most unrealistic thing you can ever ask. And there are people who constantly seek that.
Yeah.
And will kind of morph themselves into who they think that person will like more. Like, it's those are the dangerous types. I think people pleasers are probably one of the most dangerous types of people.
Well, it's also just like I can't imagine that that's anything but just being in a prison where you're like, oh my god, you're at the whim of everyone around you, basically.
Yeah.
You know what Mitzi Shore once told me? I swear to God, she told me. Back in the early, like mid 90s, I met Mitzi, and my friend Freddie Soto used to drive a limo, and he used to drive Mitzi around. Freddie Soto, by the way, anyone listening, is one of the funniest stand-ups I've ever seen. He passed away, but he is one of the funny. Look at him, he's had specials. He's one of the funniest guys ever. Okay, by the way. But Mitzi told me once. She goes, "Do you know what makes a star?" I go, "What?" She goes, "You have to have half the audience love you, and have half the audience hate you, at the same time."
That's crazy.
And I go, and I thought about that. Right, so it's like if you try to like get everyone to like you, right? It's just like there's only a couple of stars in the world that have that, and they're enigma, like Tom Hanks. I've never heard anyone go, "I hate that guy."
Actually,
fuck Forrest Gump.
I bet you there are, because nobody's safe. Jennifer Lawrence, everyone used to think she was the apple of everyone's eye, and I think that even T Swift. Yeah. There's.
But you look at somebody like Roseanne Barr, is divisive. Jim Carrey, divisive. Like half people hate the whole time hated him from beginning to end. He's so broad, he fart humor, I think that it's really good to have people not like you and have enemies because you're doing something. I've had people call in when I've done radio and said, "I just think that you're awful." You want to have it with me and Nick Youssef?
What?
It was fucking believable. I was in Orlando, okay, where the tragedy happened. So let's moment of silence. But then what happened was years ago. Oh, here's another. Okay, I have two. I thought. I was going to say that. No, here's okay. So check it out. I was in Orlando at the Improv, and I couldn't get the back door to open, to get to the green room. So I had to go around. But as I'm going around, right, I heard a lady like talk about each poster that's on the wall that she couldn't see me and Nick Youssef. So she went to Gabriel Iglesias' photos. I love him, right? I just wanted to hear what she said because I know she was going down the line. Oh my God, D.L. Hughley, he's the best. Then she got to Mind headshot, right? And she goes, this guy right here is the fucking worst. This lady. He is the fucking. I hate him. He's not funny. And then Nick and I walk so that she can see us. She goes, "I'm so sorry," when she saw me, and I just smiled because I know that that's not a bad thing.
But did you really smile? Were you dying?
No, I was
bit?
complaining for 3 hours, but after that, when I thought about it,
I know you.
and then when I
there's
was
no way you were happy.
when I was, but can I say this? And I didn't know this, but when I was in Arlington, Virginia, 2 weeks ago, a lady came up to me and she goes, "I used to go to Virginia Tech. You performed there." And I go, "Oh yeah, I had completely forgot." I go, "When did I perform there?" Like 2 weeks before Cho Sung-wi.
Oh.
Jeez.
Oh, wow,
Timing.
wow.
He could have been at my show.
Speaking of colleges, do you perform at colleges at all?
No, I never have.
So the University of Chicago, bless Chicago for this, basically put out a statement to all parents of incoming freshmen saying like, look, we're not going to coddle your children. We're not going to do these trigger warnings, and they're going to be exposed to some things they're going to be uncomfortable with, they don't agree with, and that's probably going to shock them, but we're not going to coddle them anymore. Good. Isn't that fucking great? That people are actually standing up to the fact that like a bunch of these college kids are just turning into just god-awful pussies. It's like that's why like
There's
no one wants to
Esther,
comedians want to perform
Esther,
at colleges anymore.
Colleges used to be the best thing in the 80s.
What do you mean?
Is that NACA?
Like doing
NACA?
no, in the 70s and 80s, like people wouldn't want to perform at colleges because that was where you would get open thinkers, free thinkers, a lot of liberals, people with different ideas, extreme ideas sometimes, and you'd perform. And but now it's so PC. I did a show in what was that, New Hampshire or someplace like that, and the next day they wrote an article saying that Bobby Lee perpetuates rape culture.
Yeah.
I don't have a single.
He doesn't have a single rape
joke in my act.
What?
Yeah, and I literally was livid, and I called my agent. I go, "That's it, no more colleges."
For instance, like now teachers are required because like college professors, they're not safe unless they have tenure, right? Which they have to be in the game for a certain amount of time. But previous to that, they cannot get rehired. They can get fired. Anything that you can't be a boat rocker. In your early years of teaching, you cannot rock the boat. You can't have a student complain about you. So, for instance, even reading something like The Great Gatsby, the trigger warning is always you're going to be exposed to misogyny and the idea of like, I don't know, like let's say assault. There has to be. Now college students are demanding that there are warnings before they read a book, they watch a movie, before anything that they're exposed to. Anything that they could possibly dislike, they want a warning.
Wow.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
It's so weird, especially like I was just in college, I don't know, like 7 years ago. How is it that different all of a sudden?
It is very different. So a lot of people, like mostly 28-year-olds, don't even have zero relatability to kids who are 24 who just got out of college. Like they can't relate to those kids, and it's only like a 4-year gap because of the difference in culture. And for instance, like George and I were talking about like microaggressions. They teach this in college where a simple question like, hey, like, where are you from? Is now we're supposed to take that offensively. We're supposed to take that as, oh, you're not being racially or culturally sensitive to me.
What?
And what you're saying, it's the liberals' fault, right? Yeah. It's not.
It is.
It's
not. Both. It's
Come on, this specifically, yes.
No.
So everything is to be taken as hostile and derogatory. Like here's an example of some microaggression questions for you guys. When you say
no, but stop.
Go
I'm
ahead.
going to tell you why now. And
Why?
we talked about this a
We
month
did
ago.
Before, you were right in that. I saw your side of it.
No, I'm
Every time
saying
I
not.
jump on a mic, I feel like an idiot because you explained your side better before I can talk.
No, but I'm going to say this. Why? Is I already gave you the example, right, of me doing a NACA conference, right, and all the religious schools walked out of my show, and the liberal schools stayed. Okay, they're more open-minded. Yeah, they are.
They might.
They accept gays.
No, sweetie.
The liberal schools invented microaggressions and all of this shit.
You're right, because look, they stand on the right side of social justice, but they're on the wrong side of actual freedom of speech. They're on the right side when it comes to gay rights and women, like wage gaps and things of that sort. But in terms of freedom of speech, you're not allowed to say shit if you're a hyper liberal. Like everything offends you. George is right. For instance, this is one of them. Even if you say, something like, this is a microaggression, a perfect example. Oh, I'm sorry. I just get really OCD about that type of stuff. That's you being insensitive to someone possibly having a mental illness, and they can report you for a microaggression.
That's just insanity.
That's just like a.
That's
I'm sorry.
insanity. I've never even heard of that.
I'm so ADHD about this. Oh wow, Esther, that's.
I've never heard of. But see, the thing is, baby, I've never heard of that before.
There's a professor from like North Carolina who actually created this. A list of microaggressions that we're supposed to take as hostile and derogatory. So a lot of these kids are now thinking they're victims of these aggressions.
I've never heard of it, so I don't know what you're saying.
That's so crazy. I mean, all I feel like I can do about that is just continue to be me. And if someone does accuse me of that, just be like, that's the way you feel, then this conversation should end.
Yeah.
That's how I am too. It's like
go
listen,
home to mommy.
But ideology. And Esther is I'm going to say this. I like to give people props where they deserve it. I'm going to be honest with you. There has been no one like you in the stand-up comedy world. I don't know if that's a good thing, but there has been no one like you in the 20 years that I've been doing stand-up.
You know what? Even from an outsider's perspective, you have a very, very specific and particular voice and look and overall image compared to anyone else, and I think that's such a great advantage for you just because you're odd. You're odd,
not odd in a way that like you're Jeffrey Dahmer odd.
No, you're not Jeffrey.
You're more like you're like
Andrew Cunanan odd.
No, it's like
he's half Filipino.
Like back in the day when they starting the circus.
Yeah, like a circus freak. No, not a circus freak.
I was
the girl that never ages.
But I also want to say that you're young, and why I also love you is that you're very neurotic, like I am. You get diarrhea all the time.
No, I don't.
Esther,
your boyfriend does.
Yeah. Oh my God! Don't say that.
But he does.
I'm the opposite. I get constipated.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Because he told me once, your boyfriend.
Oh my God.
I don't care. He told me once he takes what's that? Imodium AD before meals, just in case.
I know.
Which makes me.
In case.
Imagine taking Imodium every meal, and just in case you're gonna get diarrhea.
That's living life in a prison.
No, he's being safe.
It's like putting a cork in it so that it never.
Exactly.
Like wearing a condom.
But he should address what is the problem.
It's probably IBS.
Yeah.
If it just goes through him each time.
Speaking of what is the problem, Kalila, maybe you should come over.
Maybe I should, Esther. Our relationship is very strange.
Sure.
Yeah, because Kalila's a nurse.
It's strictly a nurse-patient relationship. If you go through the history of our text messages, it's just a bunch of pictures of Esther's rashes, the inside of her mouth, her tonsils, her CT scan.
I stopped watching photos. I mean, it's like Esther. I don't want to deal with it.
She'll text me from New Zealand. I think I'm dying.
Yeah.
What do I have?
Oh my God.
I was there for that one.
What kind of rashes do you get?
I get all sorts of rashes. When I was in New Zealand, I had a swollen lymph node. Kalila's helped me so much throughout the years. I don't even know where to start, but there's so many. She's just so good and reliable that I keep coming back.
Yeah, she is. She's very reliable.
Knowing her has made my life significantly better.
Oh, that's really nice that you said
You're a touch hypochondriacal, but I think you know that.
I do, and I feel like I'm very aware when I'm texting you. I know this is crazy. Yeah. Hopefully I say that.
And when I was switching over phones and I was like, hey, sorry, I didn't reply back to your phone. My phone's broken. She was like, okay, make sure you have a phone soon, a new phone soon. It was a legit concern for her.
You needed her.
Just in case, a new rash.
One day where I'm like, I don't know how to join clubs online. I don't know how to participate in the online world because I'm old. So one day I went okay, what is Prime Time? What's it called? Amazon Prime Time.
Amazon
Prime
Time.
I'm gonna get Amazon Prime Time. I do it, and it's like, no, you can't do it through this app. You have to go to this other app, sign up for that. You have to go online. I go to the other line. No, you have to do this other Amazon Horizon, and then give out all the information. And I would do that for 3 hours. You remember, right? And also anything that I order, I have fucking 2 skate shirts. Caballero bone skate shirt that I ordered 4 months ago.
There's someone.
It's not even here.
There's someone in this
I don't know
neighborhood
how-
who has $3,000 worth of toys, T-shirts, and groceries.
Yeah, so
And
I don't
habanero
know.
sauce.
I tried all of it.
It's
You
just
don't
not
think that I've tried? I spent thousands of dollars, and they just don't arrive at the house. So I'm doing it wrong.
Oh my God, one time, Esther, there's this one time, and I'll never forget this for the rest of my life. And I'm so glad that my niece Juliana was there to witness this whole meltdown. But basically, he decided, we were on our way to the post office because I had to mail stuff. And he threw a tantrum about what a bitch I was for not helping him out with his Prime time. Because he couldn't sign up for Amazon Prime. And then the whole way down, he was just in a rage.
Meltdown.
And I told him, because I don't know what it was. I was like, can we wait till we're done with the windy hills for me to set your account up? Because I get dizzy when I read my phone. And which put him into a deeper rage.
Because she did it in spite. She could have done it then.
No. And I was like, we'll wait till the bottom of the hill.
Don't wait for the bottom of the hill.
And then we'll park and I'll fix your Prime time for you.
Yeah.
And
so,
remember
So I do remember that, and
And
I
you-
apologize profusely. But what I'm saying to you is that the reason why I asked now for a freezer and other things is because I am unable to do it. I don't have the capabilities or the ability to order things.
Do you sleep in a bassinet?
What's a bassinet?
For babies.
For babies.
That's my dream. It's just like
Are you calling me a baby?
No.
Why'd you say do I sleep in a bassinet?
No, let me explain. I think two things. One,
Yeah.
you have it so good because you have him completely dependent on you. He can't
Yes,
even
it's my
step into
dream.
the real world without
Right,
you. So
right.
you're like, you own him, and
Yeah.
you have it good because you have a full-time caregiver.
So when did you? Let's talk about your special. So when did you film your special?
We shot it in October. We did 4 shows, and then I shot behind the scenes stuff with my parents over the summer, and then some in the fall, and then, Then.
And so you shot the special for. Where'd you shoot it in Chicago?
No, we shot it at Dynasty Typewriter in LA.
Oh,
it's like a
cool.
very small, cute theater.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you did a Dynasty's typewriter, and then you filmed it for Comedy Central, and now
Yeah.
it comes out.
For a long time, but I also know her previous boyfriends,
Oh boy.
Tony Hinchcliffe, right?
Yeah.
We love names here, by the way.
Yeah. You used to eat your butthole, huh?
Esther, go back to the mic. Answer that.
A lot of guys have eaten my butthole.
Yeah, that's the thing I've heard.
It's not.
It's a grapevine.
Do you
type of-
ask for it?
No, I don't ask for it. It just happens.
You know, you do have a look. If I were a guy, I'd probably go for your asshole first.
What is it? 'Cause
Because you're
A child.
you look like yes, that's what it is.
You're a
Yeah.
child.
It's like you look like I should violate you. Because
Yeah.
you're so pure and innocent looking
Yeah.
that would probably go for the grossest thing first.
yeah.
You
and
know,
your
just
cheeks probably look like marshmallows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like bulbous and white and round.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah?
Yeah.
that's
Okay,
the
good.
first weekend that I met you. The first thing she said to me, she's like, "Do you want to see my boobs?" And she just showed me
Yeah.
her boobs.
Really?
Yeah.
That's,
you're
you
like-
did that.
That was
yeah.
our bonding moment. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I like this girl."
That must have been because I liked your boobs and just wanted to see yours.
Probably. But yeah, I never showed you mine. You just showed me yours. It was a one-sided rapport there.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Bobby memories is when I was at the Comedy Store and you were upstairs by the old office with Russell Brand,
Uh-huh.
and I walked in the room and like got scared and walked out, and then afterwards you're like, why didn't you come over? I would have introduced you to him. And then you told me that I had the social skills of an 18th century ghost.
Yes, that is
Well, because
true.
Russell, I think he said, Russell said, what was that? A ghost? I didn't know that was a human being. No, it was a ghost. I didn't know Russell. Because what Russell Brand would do is he would light candles around in a room and have to do, like, I'm not kidding you, 1 hour meditations before he did his 15-minute spot. You know, that's how he does it. That's fine. Everyone has their own ritual, right? But when you came in and out, right, it took him out of his, like, meditation, right? And so he saw something white in his peripheral vision, right? And he thought it was a ghost. And I had to convince him that it was Esther.
It's a stand-up
Yeah,
here
yeah.
at the club.
Did you ever end up meeting him?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you fucked up.
It's fine, but it was nice
Yeah.
of you that you offered
Yeah,
that.
he's a good dude. You're a good person. And then I also love Well, no, I want to get back into your butthole. I'm sorry.
I want to get back into your butthole.
So when they don't ask to eat your butthole and they just dive right in, you
Yeah.
don't say no, or you like it?
Why would I say no? And no, I don't like it. I don't have like a strong opinion on it. My thoughts like, hey, if we're at this point where we're both doing these things, like, not, we're naked in a bed together, like, just do whatever,
Yeah.
Go-
and you
what-
you pretend you like, ooh, you say
No,
things?
I don't really pretend I like anything. I feel like lately, over the years, I feel like I'm starting to realize I'm just like, I lie there and just whatever happens.
Like a ghost.
Like a ghost.
18th century
Ghost. Yeah.
When they penetrate you, do you feel things? Or are you numb? I don't get it. Are
It's
you like
weird, yeah.
Morrissey? Like you're asexual? I mean, you're into it, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I don't
I
know.
guess.
I was just like, yeah, sex stuff is happening now.
She's like a kid. I guess sex stuff is happening.
I guess sex stuff is happening.
Yeah, and so that's actually the thing I feel the most guilty about, is that we don't watch things together, because I feel like we should be, but we don't want to watch the same things. Why do we have to?
Do you get the sometimes I feel like there are things I absolutely have to watch alone in order
Yes.
to fully how do I say absorb.
Yeah.
Like there are things where I'm like, I really can't have you watch this with me because I feel like he might taint the experience.
So
Like if it's anything, like he hates anything lovey-dovey. Like even if it's a really cool love story, he hates all of it. He doesn't like love stories in like a traditional sense. Like, oh, two people kissing, he's out. He's checked out.
So do you feel like if you're watching that with him, you'll be so aware of how he's feeling, you
Yeah.
won't be able to? Yeah. I
Yeah.
have
So
that
like
too.
when for instance when Jules and I will watch like an old Juliana, my niece.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
She's
so-
staying here.
Yeah, she's staying
Oh,
here.
that's nice.
Because love stories are not real.
No.
It's so fantasy-like.
But we have to hide it. We pause it when he comes back upstairs, and we won't watch it until he leaves the room because he'll
the
do
young girls
drive-by
watch
comments.
that shit and they go, "Oh, that's what love is. it's so romantic."
Did you hate Brokeback Mountain?
I never saw it.
Really?
I couldn't see it.
It was slow.
It's not just that. I don't know why.
What?
I don't know why, but I just couldn't see it at the time.
What?
He hates cowboys.
No, no, that's not it. There's some. I don't know. Remember what it was, but I just didn't want to watch it.
You're afraid your dick would get hard.
That's fuck you.
Okay, let's watch it, and then I hold your dick.
All right.
Okay, I'm
all
gonna
right.
do this,
All right. We'll watch
Very
Brokeback
good.
Mountain. Oh, you know what? I will watch it.
and I'll hover it over your dick, and if I even feel a little tip,
Yeah. All right.
then I'll
all right,
know the truth.
All right. So with Brokeback Mountain at the time when that came out, I was really not doing well in life, and I didn't have access to it. So I just went. I'll pass on that. But because I think at the time I had to go to a movie theater to watch it, I wasn't gonna buy it. I don't know why, but I want to watch it because I don't have a problem with gay love on television or film.
But you have a problem with straight love.
That's the point I was getting at.
Wait, is Brokeback Mountain two guys that are straight
No.
hooking up?
Well, they're married.
Oh, you're no.
They are married, yeah.
You're talking about straight. No, what I don't like is when I was growing up, right? Little girls would be conditioned to believe
Yeah.
that that's my knight in shining armor.
Yeah,
You mean-
that's bullshit. Like
yeah.
my beautiful wedding.
Yeah,
day.
and beautiful. And
Those aren't the
these-
type of rom-coms that I watch. I
but
don't
it,
actually
it
watch
all
rom-coms.
feeds into that. What I like is, tragedy,
Yeah, I watch.
love tragedy.
Like what?
I'm with
Like
you.
in Dr. Zhivago at the very end of the movie. You ever see Dr. Zhivago?
No, is he the doctor that kills people?
No.
That's Kevorkian.
Oh,
It's a different doctor.
Yeah, I
Different,
love Dr. Kevorkian.
That's
but,
he's HMO.
Yeah.
there was a movie called Dr.
HMO.
Zhivago. It was, I think, made in the 60s. It was just a sweeping romantic epic of a movie. But at the end of the movie, he loses contact, I guess, with his lover, Dr. Zhivago does. And for 20 years, he doesn't know where she is because there was a war that they were separated. And when he's like an 80-year-old man, I guess he's on a bus and he sees his lover
Oh my
3
God.
seats in front of him.
ugh.
So he gets up and she gets off of the bus. He gets off the bus too. And he's right behind her and he's trying to tap her on the shoulder. And he misses. He has a heart attack. He dies. And she doesn't even notice. And she goes around the corner.
Oh God.
That's love.
See, but here's my problem
That's
with his
pure
idea. of
love right there.
He gets these like movies or shows that are not about love at all, but he'll somehow justify it as love
How?
in a really complex way, so that when I have an issue in the relationship about, like, we're not showing each other that much affection, he'll be like, well, if you look at Dr. Zhivago, like, he'll find like, he'll look at like, he'll be like, if you remember Saving Private Ryan, and then he'll twist it so that it matches what he wants to do in a love setting, which is not love. Like, he doesn't want to show, the usual type of love. He doesn't want to express it in a what he calls a common way.
Right. Does that make you uncomfortable? It's like something like that. I'm like, I get it a little bit.
I don't think you guys do. I think
You like Meet Joe Black, like that kind of love.
No, that's too rom-com-y for him.
That's even too.
I love Meet Joe Black.
'Cause that's like fantasy.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a little Hollywood version of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I love Meet Joe Black. That's what it is. At the end, they can't be with each other.
Yes.
Oh, so that's
He doesn't like happy endings.
no,
So is
Lake
it-
House.
Like, what are you saying, that you're in love with someone else, and the fact that you're with Kalila, that's like,
He hopes that I die somewhere along the way.
No,
And that he
because
is
it's not a reality.
heart-stricken.
It's not a reality. But
you like the pain,
I love. I
get
think
off on
I identify with that kind of pain. and
romantic
suffering.
pain.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's I love
Longing.
listening to sad music.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being a young man, listening to sad music, rolling down the blinders on my day off, right? Sitting in a room because back then you could smoke in your room. I would smoke cigarettes, drink coffee, listen to super depressing music, and just ponder life. Sit there and smoke.
Are you emo, Esther?
Yeah, no, but that's emo. Isn't it weird that, like, then you say all that, but you're also a stand-up comedian?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you sit in sadness, but your job is laughter. It's so weird. It's like, why are we all like that?
Because at a point where I was sitting there, when you live like that, there comes to a point where you go, in this society, there's only two ways to do it. It's either stay in that, right, and then wither away, or then you have to join, society and sign up for life, right?
Are you like
And
him
so
where
I'm
you-
like, I'll sign up for life, I guess, because I couldn't bear my parents' disappointment.
Yeah.
I couldn't bear. I had like a lot of resentment toward high school friends who all went to school and they were all become senators and shit. In my head, God, you guys are like a power couple then, because you guys are both talented. I love him so much.
Who's your favorite power couple?
You guys.
You think we are?
But for real though. But like, aside
No.
from us, like, everybody has their favorite.
Baby, stop for a second.
We're not that powerful, baby. Let's keep it
I
real.
know, I know, but can I say this?
Yeah.
I'm not fucking kidding you. When I go on the road now, right? Where's Kalila?
Boom. Power
Every fucking night, 30 times a night. Where's Kalila? Where's Kalila? Did she come? Did she come? Did she come? So in my opinion, we are a power couple.
I just like to infiltrate your identity. So like, the next girl after me will always have to deal with that.
Can I tell you something? I love that. That's
a great thing.
amazing. That's brilliant. I get you.
What do you mean by that?
I just need her to struggle past like the association between the I will always have with you. Like, she can never be TigerBelly. She's
Yeah.
gonna hate the fact that we did hundreds of episodes together.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
everyone will always associate the both of us. I never
Yeah.
had to deal with that with you. You've only dated girls like for 1 year at a time. We've been together for years.
It's true.
You've met my other girlfriends?
I don't know if I ever actually met them, but I just know that it was not this long.
Yeah. This is over 3 years now.
Yeah.
Over 3?
Yeah. Do you think we'd be good parents?
Yeah.
Oh God.
You guys are raising animals.
Yeah, well, 4 too many.
It's chaos.
But do you understand what I'm saying though? Where it's like, you don't want the next girl to have
Yeah,
it
you
easy?
definitely want to mark your territory, like, in every way possible. You also want to make sure that the past girlfriends don't have any, like, they don't exist anymore. I remember when we first started
Jesus.
dating, when I moved in with Dave, and his old girlfriend had lived there before, and this was like, that was really hard for me to handle. And I remember like when I moved in, I was going through. She had like these jars of beans, and I just remember like burning them. I just threw them away, but I was like, I would always call her the old witch. I'm like, the old witch is gone now.
Wow.
Yeah, I just
Women do that.
well, yeah,
We do that.
yeah.
I mean,
I'm also though very possessive, clingy, jealous, obsessive. Like I'm just that person. Are you? I don't know. I'm very needy. Yeah, I don't know.
I think that I had to.
All the things you want in a girl.
I was all of those. You can't be that way with him. I think that he has an aversion to that type of like clingy. There's no way to be clingy with Bobby.
Right.
So in the beginning, I was a little bit. I didn't know how to be around him. I was very uneasy in who I was to him, and I think it caused a lot of problems early on. But as soon as I realized, like, look, dude, like you can't chase him. He's gonna be the animal that he is. And I mean, I could not even talk to him about little things that I would find in this house, like whether it was photographs of him like spreading a woman's ass cheeks open.
What?
Like, I mean, they were.
Hey.
I just had to learn to like toughen my own skin. It was really weird because I never had to deal with that. It wasn't one. So many. I mean, I still keep them because I can't even throw them away because it's like, well, that's
it's
his life.
history.
So,
Yeah, it's
archive.
history. It's
an
kind
archive.
of cool, actually.
it's proof.
Yeah, it is proof that it happened.
You threw away that little dollhouse, right?
What's in the dollhouse?
Well, the dollhouse was bad juju.
What is
I
the
would
doll?
put like he had this weird little pink dollhouse that always made me feel.
That was Sarah's.
Oh, that's why I didn't even know it was hers.
Yeah, it was Sarah's
but I don't
dollhouse.
dislike her. I think she's a great
cool,
girl.
yeah. But Sarah's dollhouse was here, and it was gone.
The only reason I got rid of it is because it had a creepy vibe to it, like something lived inside of it. So it had little windows I would cover with little index cards.
Yeah, it looked because she used to go to like thrift stores and buy these like weird shit.
It didn't
Why
give
did
me a
she
good
leave it
feeling.
here?
Yeah.
She just left. Yeah,
I mean, you guys,
but she does have a jacket of mine, but I can never ask it for it back. But I want it back.
Why
so
can't
bad.
you just ask for it back?
Because it's like it's weird.
let
Because
her
then I have
have
to.
it. Let her
No,
have
it's
it.
a
She's
cool
a nice
jacket.
girl.
It's got a fucking. It's got like a fucking lion in the back. It's a green military jacket with a gigantic lion embroidered.
Does
on
she
the
still
back.
wear it?
No, I know she wears it at the Comedy Store, but I saw her yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I don't even
Just
know who this
Yeah, you
is.
do.
Oh.
Do you know Sarah Hyland? Not the girl from Modern Family, but the comedian Sarah Hyland
yeah, I
with the
haven't
blonde.
seen her in a long time.
Yeah. She's back now on Sundays. She's a friend. You know, she's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't end
I'm
weird.
sorry I threw her dollhouse. I didn't even know it was hers
I
until
fuck
now.
her dollhouse.
Why?
Did you even bring it up? Now I feel bad.
I just wondering where it was.
It has a spirit living inside it. She
Just-
doesn't even
oh,
know that.
Come on.
Spirit.